Logina, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. What a beautiful and inspiring journey indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Logina. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I can see we still have a few empty seats and I can see a few people standing. So if you could please just take a seat as we are about to start with our first session for the afternoon, please. Right. Now, for our first panel for the afternoon, we're going to hear about the latest advancements in medical infrastructure and facilities. Please welcome to the stage Fadi Khatib, CEO and founder of Champs Sports and Fitness Club, Karl Dariane, founder and CEO of FlexoFix, and your moderator, Mousa, senior presenter at Forbes Middle East.
Sally, كيف قاعدين؟
How do we sit?
تفضلوا. Perfect.
Just like that.
This is perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, V-Way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this conversation that really bridges innovation, wellness, and the art of science and healing. Today, we are going to be delving into the groundbreaking advancements shaping the future of recovery and patient care. It is, of course, important for us to be active, to get out there and do it all, but we need to know how to recover properly as well. And so as wellness and healthcare evolve, the integration of cutting-edge technologies, innovative design concepts and best practices in creating restorative environments is transforming the way we approach healing. And today, we have two visionaries who are at the forefront of this transformation as well. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the legendary Lebanese tiger, Fadi Khatib. So good to have you with us, Fadi.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And also we have with us, Karl Dariane, who is an Olympic alpine skier, amongst so many other things. I just realized you do so many different things, and it's absolutely incredible. Founder and CEO of FlexoFix as well. So good to have you with us, Karl.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, both of you, you're really redefining rehabilitation, sports, and wellness in everything that you do. And of course, Fadi, you are known as an icon, a sports icon by every measure of the word, and inspiration to so many on and off the court. But I would love to start, first of all, with why you decided to create Champs. What's the story behind that? What did you see that you thought, I need to do this?
Well, you know, Champs came up due to my long career that I played all over the world. And I decided to do something that fits every single person, from the 3 years old until 70 years old, to have this amazing sports club that caters everything inside it, all kinds of services, sports, wellness, recovery, rehab, which there really is need now in sports, and especially the people who are looking for wellness. I always say, you know, today, any person who wants to invest in a company or, you know, opening a new business, he invests. But for us to know that we need to invest in our bodies, and investing in our bodies is only time. We give the time for our body that the body needs, and there is, you'll see the, you know, benefits, how you're improving, how you're getting better from recovery, rehab, training, and everything. And this is why I built Champs, to have community engagement, you know, service every single person inside Champs, as well to do the perfect services or trainings that every single person comes to Champs needs. And I always call Champs as my fifth baby. So it came out from, you know, a long career that I witnessed all sports clubs in the world, and I came up with this solution.
Amazing, and there are so many things that are very special about Champs, as you say, that it encompasses so many different things. It's not just almost every kind of sport that you can do there, but it really is all about recovery as well. It focuses on that, and even we're going to go into that, but things like, making sure that you have daycare for the
Exactly.
women and the mums
Yeah.
who come through. This is huge. As somebody who's a mum
Yeah.
and had so much trouble,
We'll
when
talk
they were
about it.
little.
Yeah, we'll talk about it now.
It's absolutely essential, and I can't believe there aren't more clubs that do that. So amazing to hear from you. And so, Karl, I'd love to hear how FlexoFix came about, because we know your mum, she was a skier, so you got into Olympic skiing, but you were also just a sports fanatic. You love all kinds of sports. So tell us that story and how that led to FlexoFix.
So yeah, I've led a life that was very revolving around sports, and inevitably I was always injured. And every time I got injured through the different sports, I always thought to myself, I do all the work, I do all the rehab, but I'm still getting injured. So I never understood why I kept getting injured. And every time I got to see my therapist or the practitioners, I never got a proper answer.
Yeah.
So it came from a really personal experience of really trying to understand what's going on with me, why am I getting injured? And so I took a step back. 2018 was excessively injured, and I went back to working with very specific people to really understand the body and how the body functions. So we've worked with ballerinas, bodybuilders, animal movement therapists. We worked with physiotherapists, chiropractors, really to understand and build everything that has to do with understanding your body and how to heal it. So FlexoFix came along to really make sure that we educate at the same time we heal people through understanding their bodies, their body mechanics, and how to properly move within what you have been given to.
It's kind of like going back to the essence, because, as you say, when you go to the doctor, they kind of give you, like, okay, these are the symptoms. You can treat this symptom, but it's not going back to the cause.
Yes.
And I love that you're talking about going and learning from ballerinas. Your sister's a ballerina.
Correct.
And this is how kind of that happened, and that kind of interdisciplinary understanding just expands the whole understanding of the body itself, doesn't it?
It is very crucial for you to understand where the problem is coming from and not just treating the symptoms and what's happening. So you might have a lower back problem, but that's not because, that's not what you should treat. You have to look at why you're getting a lower back problem. Is it your hamstrings, your back, your knees, your ankles? So as we discussed earlier, is that it's really important to really go down through the fundamentals and break it down step by step to get to the core purpose of why you have your injuries.
And understanding that it's all absolutely interconnected.
Yeah.
Fadi, as an elite athlete, you know better than most people, what it takes to create optimum recovery and rejuvenation for peak performance. So what would you say are some of the key trends shaping the development of state-of-the-art infrastructure and also treatments in recovery and rejuvenation in the industry today? And I think we were talking about some of those backstage too.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I'm trying to do in my clubs. Today the recovery and the rehab is very important in our life. And, the trends today is, having the device that tracks your sleep, your strain, your calories, your heartbeat, and everything. This is technology. As well, ice bath, hot tub, infrared sauna, Normatec, all these are recovery and rehab. And it's much needed. Because today you can do sports, 4 or 5 hours per day. But you need to, as well, give your body the perfect rehab and recovery for you not to go to injuries, and, end up with severe injuries, back pain, knees. So as much as you give time for your trainings, as much time you need to give for your rehab and recovery. It's much needed. And that's why I'm trying to have this one sports mall that covers everything inside it. From the daycare you spoke about, because today any mom wants to go work out, she doesn't have any place to put her daughter, son in, and now she have the solution. She have an amazing gym, amazing club. She can put her daughter or son in the daycare and end up, doing 2 hours practice and leave. And this goes back to the swimming, basketball, football, gymnastic, fitness, climbing, paddle. So it's a full solution with the proper recovery and rehab center that we're going to be having inside this sports mall. And we have a lot of talk, me and Karl, about this.
There are collaborations going on behind the scenes. We love to see it. You know what you need? You need those classes where, like, the mums use the babies as weights.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, like...
We have it.
Yeah, amazing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that is
we have it in the schedule.
Because it gets the kids into the...
clients straight away.
Because it gets the kids into that mindset of getting active, and it gets them excited about it. They don't see it as a chore. I have to do this. It's just, I'm so excited for that. And as you say, these are things, all of those tools are incredibly important. Karl, for you, you're also pushing the boundaries for recovery and rejuvenation. Talk to us about how you're doing that in your work.
So the way we work is like I said, it was important for us to get to understand the body, but as much as we've created a beautiful therapy which is called flexology, which realignment of the body through the muscular chain. So it's not invasive and it's nothing too drastic. It's really understanding how to move your body through proper mechanics. And then I understood that you need more, right? We always need more. It's not a one-dimensional way to just work. So we've added chiropractic, and then we've added physiotherapy, and then we've added hyperbaric chamber, we've added red light therapy. The most important thing, and I think that's a message to everyone, is that you have to understand how to properly curate those therapies to really match together. So there's one thing of adding therapies and adding solutions for your clients, but there's another thing of really understanding the meaning behind them and how they help each other to get your client or your patient to the best they can be.
I think we hear about these things through social media a lot. You know, it's become trendy. You know, the ice baths, the hyperbaric chambers, you know, the red light therapy.
Yeah.
We don't know, you're the experts, you know how they fit together, how they should be curated, and for what purpose as well. And I think that's really important, that, you know, we go to experts like you, and you help us to understand our body and how it's working. What would you say is the biggest misconception that people have about how their body works?
You know, I always say, don't be a doctor, don't be an expert, don't just assume, go to the right people. You know, because nowadays everyone, you know, wants to try his probably own way of treating his body, and it's wrong. Yeah. You have to, you know, give time to the experts, to the doctors, to tell you what to do and guide you to the right solution. So today, if you want to go work out and you don't know what to do in the gym, you ask the trainer. It's the same thing. Your body hurts, you feel injured, you feel fatigued, go to the right people that can guide you for a solution. And we're talking about 50% to 60% of people, they do this. Yeah. And they just want to try things on themselves. And assume that they can achieve something.
Yeah, you were talking about how people think they can just, you know, for example, exercise their glutes.
Yeah.
And then they forget about what kind of an impact that will have. Can you speak to that? Because I think we all think we can get into the gym, we'll just exercise this part of our bodies and it will be great, and we'll look fantastic, and then that's it.
And I gave you an example about myself. I had a severe disc back in the days when I used to play basketball and compete. And then I asked the doctor, what should I do? He said, you need to work on your core, lower back, and not only this, glutes, hamstring, calves, every single muscle in your body. Yeah. So it's connected. Everything is connected. Today you want to go work out, and you know, the trendy part or the trendy thing for ladies is work their lower body, glutes, and they forget about the most important part, the core, lower back, hamstrings, that is connected to the glutes, that they will definitely face severe injuries later on with their lower back or hamstrings. And this is very important to understand that everything is connected. That's why you need experts to guide you. That's why, you know, we're here to guide you to the right solution.
Karl, you were telling me something about, you know, the interesting ways that the body is interconnected. About, you know, for example, back pain. If you're experiencing back pain, what could that be from?
So I think especially nowadays that we all sit so much on our desks and we drive a lot, we're all internally rotated.
Yes.
So a lot of the back pain may be very simply just a tightness of your pectorals. So just a bit of stretching of your pecs can do a long way. Some people will say, I have a back pain, they start training their back. My back is weak, and they start overtraining, which, increases that tension onto your back. So I think a very simple way is just stretch out your pecs, do nice big openings, and that could solve a lot of problems.
Or it could be because of your ankles. You were like,
yes, it could be very much of the ankles as well. If your foot doesn't have enough amplitude, if your ankle doesn't have enough amplitude, that stresses a lot on your knees, and that in turn projects into your hip, and that also makes sure you're forward shifted and not backward shifted, and that really also affects your back.
You're both working so much on creating state-of-the-art facilities for health and wellness and recovery as well. How do you think that has impacted the overall population, the emphasis that we have had, on health and wellness, and now as well, more and more recovery, Fadi?
I think after COVID, people started, to get into wellness, into sports more, and it helped people to push. COVID helped people, get into sports really in a big amount of numbers, and this is where our job is to guide people to the proper solution and guide them. This is what you need to do. As much as you train, as much as you have to do recovery and rehab, and it's much needed. I do ice bath probably 4 times per week on hot tub, hot ice.
Oh, wow.
People today, they don't understand what's the hot and ice, alternate to do it 2 minutes, and probably it's the best. Karl can, as well explain more, but it's the best thing for a body to shock your body and shock your blood and your circulation inside your body. And this is
it stimulates everything.
Exactly.
That's what's happening.
And the circulation.
Amazing.
Yeah, and this is much needed now, the people to understand that you train, you have to rest, you have to recover, you have to do the proper rehab. And that's why we are, trying to have the solution for everyone and try to guide people to the right direction and give the 100% knowledge that we have and experience we have. And this is where, when I built Champs, I decided everything to be complementary. So ice, hot, recovery, rehab, everything complementary within the gym. So the swimming and all the other parts. So because it's, today I'm not aiming to have a commercial sports club. I'm aiming to have a community sports club that every single person comes, enjoy, benefit, and leaves happy. This is where my message will...
Do you know what I feel? I feel like you really care about this. This is not a business for you.
No, I mean...
It is a business. Let's be clear.
It's a business,
but it's more than that.
But when the government, after 3 years and comes and, assign me as Dubai Sports Ambassador, because they saw what I'm doing. I'm not doing this commercially. I'm doing this for people to benefit and give, everything to the community. And this is my part. This is my message. Because coming from, a career of an athlete and giving back is what I do. And giving back the community and the wellness. And my message is always healthy lifestyle and wellness and sports. And this is where I want really to guide people to.
And that's the thing, community is part of wellness.
Yeah.
How we connect with each other,
Exactly.
as we've been talking about today, is just as important as moving physically, for who we are and how we live with vitality in our lives. I'd love to hear from you as final words, Karl, in terms of what is the dream for you? Where do you want to go with this? Where do you want to take FlexoFix? What do you hope people get out of this? What kind of change are you aiming to make?
I think the biggest change is, I'm going to stress out on also what Fadi said, is really the education part. And there's a term that we use at the clinic very oftenly is prehab. So I think this is the new way of, and what today's society and what the future is going to hold is pre-rehabilitation. So it's preventative medicine. It's no longer going to be something that I'm injured, I need to go see someone. It's how do I get better so I never get injured later. And I do feel like the medical tourism, not only medical tourism, the medicine itself is directing itself to there because people are getting more and more knowledgeable about subjects and their healthy lifestyle. They're much more curious about it. So what we're trying to really build with FlexoFix is, one, it's a curated ecosystem that helps really personalized services for everyone, and that's how it's going to change. And then the second thing is going to be pre-rehabilitation to help people understand how to stay healthy and then live longer, healthier, more comfortably, and enjoy life to the fullest.
To become more proactive about their health as well, rather than waiting to become injured before they do something about it as well. Please, Fadi.
I want to give last two examples in sports and as athletes. Today, you see Cristiano Ronaldo and LeBron James performing at the top level of an athlete in the world. They spend between 1 to 1.5 million on their rehab and recovery per year. Not because they're well built and they're training, they train as any other athlete. They do the proper rehab recovery to maintain and to perform on the top level. So this is an example how recovery and rehab is important in every sportsman life or sportswoman life. It's as much important as the trainings. So that's the two examples. They can watch, they can see those two players performing incredibly because they do proper rehab and recovery.
Yeah, incredible. This is why they're at the top of their game.
Yeah.
And we want to feel like we're at the top of our game every day of our lives. And I wish we had more time, but Fadi, Khatib, Karl, Dariane, thank you both so much for an amazing conversation.
Pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank
you.
our incredible speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very
Absolutely
much.
fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Sally, and thank you so much to our incredible panelists for sharing those invaluable insights with us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the back and on the sides, I'd still like for you to come join the unoccupied seats, please, just before our next item. And as we wait for everyone to join, we'll just listen to a bit of music. Thank you so much.